Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Martha Alter Hines with Living the One Light, and I am back again with another beautiful friend, a new friend, Natalie Namaste. And so Natalie is a channeler, a channel, a heal. I want to call you a healer. You didn't use that word for yourself, but I certainly feel that with you. And Natalie actually reached out to me. Um, and I think you and I both have people reach out to us pretty often, and most of the time, and I can speak for myself, I can't say yes to everybody, right? So I only say yes essentially when my guides say yes, and with you it was a yes. And we got on a call a couple of weeks ago, and as we were talking, I was like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Got it. I got it. Why it's a yes. So what I feel with you, Natalie, is that I've been saying this on a lot of my videos that I feel this light grid of existence that's always been there that's starting to wake back up. It's like I see almost like an ocean, and the this light grid is just rising out of the ocean. And then we're all finding each other, right? All of like so many of us, everybody, really, it's the whole world, it's the whole globe, and beyond the globe, um, this light grid of existence coming back into the wholeness that it is. And yeah, I'm personally really feeling like the end of 2025 and then moving into 2026 is so powerfully supporting us to actually step into being quote unquote new earth, right? Really actually doing it, not just having ideas about it. And so a big part of that for me recently has been all of these amazing beings showing up, I want to say back up into my life. um and yeah, and emerging into the world stage in all these different ways, each in our own way. And yeah, and you were just so clearly part of that for me. So we're here today to have a conversation, but I think we're mostly going to channel together, actually, is what I'm really feeling wanting to happen. You were saying that you're feeling Three Eye Atlas really present. We happen to be recording this on October 28th, 2025, which is the day before the exact perihelion of Three Eye Atlas with the sun. So the tomorrow will be when a Three Eye Atlas is technically closest to the sun, and it's billions of years of its travel. So anyway, yes, I don't know what's going to come through today, but I can just feel it. It's going to be really powerful and beautiful and healing. And I'm so grateful you reached out to me, and really happy to have this probably first of many conversations and connection. And so welcome, Natalie.
Thank you so much. And this message that I'm getting from the Arcturians is we are creating a container of light, which is activating the crystals inside. So the frequencies through our voices and our bringing our two lights together, that's creating a sacred harmony and harmonics, the frequency of us together is creating this divine pattern that's then reaching the crystals in everyone's ears and then creating a harmony going through the crystalline structure in the body. So, yeah, the Arcturians are saying this is a crystalline structure and container that's being created by us coming together. Wow, that's amazing. So this is there's so much beyond what I can understand when I am drawn to someone. So I don't just reach out to anyone. There are really particular souls in this world where I get a strong feeling and message from my guides. You need to connect with this person. And so then I reached out to you and I just felt in the moment we started talking, I could feel like strong golden light and violet light. And yeah, it feels like, it does feel like we are the keepers of the blueprint, that we are very ancient souls, that we hold the wisdom of many incarnations of our earth. I'm being shown like cycles of the earth. So I'm seeing our earth having breathing like we do, and it's going through an out breath right now. It's going through an expansion, 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 and then it will reach a point and come back to the unity. So that's what we're also going through individually, is that where we go through thinking and feeling and wanting to create, 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 and then we'll reach a point where the multiplicity of creation reaches its maximum, and we go, hey, I am missing something. There's a oneness, there's the oneness that's calling me. And then we're no longer so inspired to create and make things happen and be in the masculine doing of manifesting. And we start to come back inwards, the involution back to the unity consciousness. And so I feel, Martha, that you and I have been through the angels are saying millions of these cycles, so we know it well. So that I feel like our souls have been a part of Lemuria, Atlantis, and before, beyond. So what I understand from what the angels have shown me and what an ancient soul is that the spark of light released from the oneness has then had infinite, just so many different experiences, and it holds deep energetic coding and wisdom, and the soul remembers. So you might have found, and let me know if you have, like that um in your life, there's some things that you just know so deeply that you don't need to study or learn or have someone else tell you. You just know these deep wisdoms about the world and beyond.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And so,
Um, mm,
yeah, we're
but
bringing this like ancient grid of light that's always been here and that's always here in the present moment. But what they're saying is we're bringing it to life, we're lighting it up, and we're bringing it alive. We're making it alive, is what they're saying.
wow, amazing. I feel all of that. Yeah. And yeah, I do feel like I would love to go into the channeling together. But before we do that, do you want to tell people a little more about you and your background and I mean, you just have amazing things in who you are. Do you want to say more about yourself for a minute?
Yeah, for those who are meeting me for the first time, um, I I was born remembering that I'm a channel of the angels, that I have angelic energy and light, and I'm here to bridge the angelic realm with the human realm. And I have a memory from when I was 5 or 6 years old in the back of my mom's car, where, and this is quite energetic, so some of you might feel this, um, that I was looking out the window at all the things what we've built, the schools, um, and then also the nature, but just all of it. Just and then I had this question: if there isn't all of this, the material world, the physical world, what is there? And boom, it was dark, but light at the same time. Like it really helped me to understand that our biggest fear is that we're so scared of the dark, we're so scared of the unknown, we're scared of our own fears, but there's nothing to be scared of when you enter the dark, because the dark is so full of light. And the dark, the unknown, is that which the mind cannot go into. The mind, because if the mind was to go into the oneness, it's not oneness anymore. There's two parts to it. So no mind can go back into oneness, but we can energetically experience it, and then the mind can understand it. So I had this energetic experience of dark light, just goosebumps, tingles. I'm feeling it right now again. A lot going on in my brain. Actually, to tell you, there's a lot going on with my brain energetically right now because it's the 28th of October and 3i Atlas is coming in strong with the sun.
Mm.
So I had that experience at that young age, and I feel like that knowing, knowing of the infinite light that we really are, and then coming back into the finite human experience has driven me my whole life to want to share and experience deeper. And and so what's coming in now to share a bit more about me is that at a very young age, I've channeled strong light. And I said to my mom, if I can send this out to people and I know that this can heal, it can help them feel the wholeness and the light that they are. And and so when I was a teenager, I would start to see auras and colors around people. I could read their energy. I could just feel, hear, and see physically with eyes open or closed everything about them, past lives, and their ancestral history, their soul purpose, like just everything. I think you've also, like when we spoke before, Martha, you're similar to me. Like we could channel and experience so deeply. So that's another reason I'm drawn to you. And so then that started happening, and at 18, I had my first heartbreak. And I was in a relationship, and we'd been together for 3 years, and so healing the heart. So I wanted to heal and support myself, and so I found a teacher, and I needed a teacher at that time because I needed to learn how to ground, to center, how to quieten down, so that I am not reading people's energies unless we're in session, because to like honor people's privacy. And at 18 years old, having such access to everything, we needed 3D support as well from a very advanced teacher. So I was born in South Africa, and my teacher was kind of like a South African shaman healer, holistic healer, and she was quite blown away by gifts, but it's not gifts because this is our true nature. And when we all can experience through our senses deeper and stronger and further when we clear away that which blocks us. So I've made it my life work, and I believe that it is a practice of daily awareness to dissolve and to retract, to dissolve patterns by retracting awareness back into presence. So let me use different words. So I am very consciously aware of my own mind and my own emotions. And when my mind's talking a lot, when it's bringing up fear, I've got a practice now that's becoming part of my nature to be so aware of it that when it comes up, I see it, but I don't believe it. So it can bring up fears and doubts and worries and panic, and I see it. And because I don't believe it, because belief is where we actually give the energy that we are towards the thought and the emotion, and it gets stronger, and then it becomes a belief. So my practice is dissolving all beliefs by being very conscious and aware. And what that's done is it's made me very empty, very spacious, very open. I don't have such a focused mind, but more of an open mind. And then consciousness or the angels or the Arcturians can bring through energy and can focus in certain ways. So I feel like this is a lifetime practice. I remember I've also had a belief that came up that said, well, you've got to reach a point in your life where you're completely clear and you're just consciousness without any thought. And then I thought, there you're tricking me again, mind. I'm not feeding light to that. Not even that do I believe. What I feel, what I sense is that it's while we're human, we get to be human, which means we have a mind that thinks. That's its nature. We're not here to control it. We're here to be aware of it. Um, and be conscious about what we feed, where we feed the light that we are towards, and to feel the world, to not be scared of emotions, to no longer resist the uncomfortable or to attach to the good ones, but to know that emotions are wavelengths that move through us, and just to witness them. And so this has been very freeing for me. And one of the hardest emotions for me was sadness. My mom had depression, and I've gone through moments of deep depression, and I went to a Vipassana, which is a 10-day silent retreat. And this was in 2014. And I went in there because I was having this like deep sadness. And on day 5, so you're completely in silence. You're not even allowed to have eye contact. You definitely cannot have your phone or even a notebook or pen. You can't even do yoga. It is you meditate for about 9, 10 hours a day, sitting, but 45 minutes and breaks in between. But the whole time it's meditation. And so on day 5, I'm sitting there with 80 other meditators, and the darkest of the dark in my own mind showed itself. It came up and it said to me, "Don't worry, Natalie, if you don't get through this, you can go to a hotel room and hang yourself like you've done in a past life." Yeah. And I started shaking and crying. And so I was having a major release of a shadow that was living had been living inside of me. And so um, the teachers took me into the back and they were spraying me with some sacred water and they were singing to me. And when I could speak again, I said, "Will I feel or see that darkness like that ever again?" And what they explained was, once you allow yourself to sit with what is arising
Mm-hmm.
and just be with it and allow it,
Mm-hmm.
it arises and it dissolves out of your field. And I
Mm-hmm.
can tell you that I've never felt depression. I have felt sadness, yes, but it doesn't last. It moves through me. But I've never felt depression like I had felt like that because I'd faced that darkness that I had no idea was living inside of me. So yeah, my journey is deep, and I wouldn't call it like I'm trying to be spiritual, learning to be spiritual. I feel like it's more about spiritual is our true nature, and that which blocks or resists the true nature is what I am consciously dissolving so that I can keep resting upon the truth. And I feel like it's a daily task, like just sometimes the mind will worry because it's the mind, and sometimes we'll feel anxious because we're human. And so, yeah, it's there's so much I can share, but I feel like that's sharing the essence.
Beautiful. Thank you. Yes, and there's so much I could say, and I also just feel like there's things wanting to come through, so do should we just kind of move into that now? Does that feel right?
That feels right. Yes.
Um, yeah, and so we can do this however feels good, but, I would invite everybody here joining in with us also to if you feel like you wanna more just sort of passively listen, that's great. If you wanna bring yourself also into the similar energies, however you feel called, um, I would invite you to do that. I feel part of why I feel called to do this, I feel like Natalie and I are tapping into really similar energies, and I know many of you are also. So, um, yeah, we can just tap
Hmm.
into our own.
Three Eye Atlas is here strongly.
Mm,
The consciousness of Three Eye Atlas is all heart,
mm,
beingness of love. We are here to remind you of the infinite love that you are, because sometimes you forget, sometimes you contract into the finite experience, into the mind-made experience so much that you forget. You forget the truth of what you are, that you are this infinite ocean of light, of love, that you are the one that is creating the human being that you are getting to experience yourself through. And we have come into your orbit, we have come into your energy field and into your solar system because you have called us. Because so many of you are ready to reclaim and remember, bringing all parts of you back. That's what remember truly is. Bringing every member of you back into presence. And as you remember the fullness of you, you bring home into the heart. You feel at home. You feel less and less distracted. And from this space, we are helping with certain activations. We have helped you to release.
A couple days away from the
Yeah,
sorry.
energies from your solar plexus connected to the mental activity that was together with Mars. Now we are working with the sun to activate the creative flow and to also remember all parts of you. And on the 3rd of November, we activate the heart as we connect with Venus. We are here for you. We are here with you.
Yes, so what I'm feeling here, I'm going to allow to speak, is this council of infinite beings and star beings. So hello and welcome. Yes, we're here with big smiles, with big open joy. And we're so happy to be connecting with you, Natalie, and with all of you. And we're here really in this dance with Three-Eye Atlas and the sun, the star, our star family friend, who you call your sun, and Gaia, the earth, and this being of multiple star systems, this being you're calling Three-Eye Atlas. And we're really here with a message of joy and celebration. One way to be experiencing this time, not only right now, but just the whole the whole switch into the time of great remembering, really, of course, is a time of excitement, celebration, certainly a transmuting of those darker energies, like Natalie was mentioning, with that experience of feeling that deep depression, that deep sorrow, grief, etc. Those are very real and not to be bypassed. And at the same time, we're here holding this whole space, just watching, sort of like, well, not even sort of like, literally, as beings of ancientness, beings of with a perspective of billions and billions of years, and even beyond that, beyond what you conceive of as time or space, like an older grandparent just watching the children having a good time, and yet being able to see far beyond this exact moment, but with a sense of pride, a sense of joy, a sense of deep, powerful love for all of you and for all of existence.
And this joy is starting to grow as light codes, golden light in the cells of your body. You have chosen to be here on earth during this time of a great ascension, a great expansion, so that you can hold more light even in your physical body. And you may be feeling this, maybe feeling it in different areas of your body, and to know that You are ready for this. And that as you hold more and more light, your body will change. Look into your eyes in the mirror and notice even the colors, the patterns in your eyes. Look at your skin and notice as more and more light is moving inside of you. It will feel refreshing and new and feel so alive that you get to be human and you get to be more and more conscious and light. And you get to be the light in a body. And that each one of you are choosing where you are meant to be in the world. Where you are meant to be is exactly where you are. The country, the village, the city, wherever you are, the are is activating the sacred grid, the meridians. You are all a divine part of the golden grid of light. And as you can hold more light in your physical body and in your aura, the grid is coming more and more online, and you are feeling a deeper connection to many others. And even when you feel alone, you'll feel less and less lonely. You'll feel more and more connected to us, star beings, Three-Eye Atlas. Even the dragons are here coming in right now. And to know that you each have your own dragon to guide and support you, to transmute energies with the fire and to bring power and light into your own voice and into your own life. That you feel empowered, that you feel ready to walk this life more from your heart. It has been a long pattern on earth where you have been led by the mind, where you have been trusting your mind to make you feel safe. You are part of the wave of change. Every time you consciously choose to trust your heart, which is where your soul vibrates very strongly, instead of your mind, you are then creating a strong activation, a heart chakra activation. And the light that you are shining brighter, which then lights up the grid stronger and brighter, feeding more light to your earth, lighting up the grid of the earth, which then lights up the grid of the universe and universes. It has a ripple effect. And this happens every time that you are conscious and you can choose to bring awareness into your heart and be heart-led. And some examples are when your mind, your ego says to you, oh, you must do that in order to feel peace in the future, or you have to do that to earn money, or you need to do that to make other people happy. That is being controlled by the third dimensional mind. And when you are conscious and you choose then not to respond to that energy, but to rather draw all energy into your heart, and then consciously choose to be led by your soul through your heart, you are then creating a higher frequency, fifth dimensional frequency, way of living. This is the new earth that is being birthed through you, and this is the way of doing it. Every time you feel fear, you breathe it out and you come back into your heart and you ask your soul to guide you, and you will feel it. Each one of you is lighting up the grid. And when more and more of you come together in community, you are creating a powerful activation of light in a certain area. You
Yes.
can see and feel this. It is powerful.
And we would love to offer an opportunity right now to on a tiny molecular level, even subatomic particle level. We would love to offer you a short activation of those original light codes of yourself, of existence as you. So we're going to just offer this 2 or 3 minute version, because these are the building blocks of what Natalie is speaking to. And this is a very crucial component now with Three Eye Atlas coming to its closest point to the sun. This is an energetic helping to, in a sense, you could say, harness maybe isn't quite the right word, but as Three Eye Atlas makes its closest pass to the sun, the sun is a star. So the star that we call the sun is a being of light, literally. And Three Eye Atlas also, of course, is a being of light in its own way and has an energetic relationship with the star we call the sun. So as they're coming close, this is an activating moment of those original light codes of existence that's relevant anytime you're hearing this video, this transmission. And this can serve like a medicinal activating energetic for you anytime that you're needing it. So what we would love for you to do, we'll start this, and Natalie, if there's any way you're feeling called to join in, feel free. But what we would offer first is for you all just to take a long, slow, deep breath and notice, be present with the being, the star called the sun, and notice the light codes that are literally the body, the existence of this star you call the sun. And taking a deep breath, being really present with this being as this being, we invite you to imagine your attention coming to the teeniest, most teeny tiny particles of any fragment of light of this star you call the sun. And imagine your vision with a particle of light zooming in more and more and more and more closely. So down to the teeny tiny nanoparticles of photons, or even smaller than photons, just the absolute most minuscule building blocks, original codes of what light is and always has been, before time, before space, before any experience or karma or trauma or anything that has moved or happened in time and space. So we invite you again just to come down to these teeny tiny nanoparticles of what light is. And then we invite you to imagine this friend, this ally, this being of love, as Natalie was channeling a moment ago, of this being you're calling Three Eye Atlas, as it now, and the moment of this recording, is coming to its closest point. It's getting to this star we call the sun. And taking another long, slow, deep breath, we invite you to feel, see, imagine as this being, this friend of the star called the sun, who has been called, who has felt the call and has come to join in with this solar system, this literal star system, which is this solar system, including Earth. And feel as Three Eye Atlas is making its closest pass to the star called the sun, can feel the energy, and most especially the love, the deep, powerful, ancient love, having traveled for billions of years to be here now. And in reality, there is no time and there is no space. So it both traveled for billions of years and has arrived in a nanosecond or less, instantaneously. You can feel the ancientness of this being, at least as old as this solar system, possibly much older. And feel as this deep love being sends its energy, its love, its knowing into the center of the heart of the star called the sun. And in concert with your own attention, being present with this beautiful, powerful friend we call the sun, the love of Three Eye Atlas and the love of you meet in the center of the sun and light up those original codes, the original blueprint of what light fundamentally is on the most teeny tiny minuscule levels. And Natalie, I don't know if there's somewhere you're feeling called to go next. If not, I can keep going.
Yeah. Yes. This activation of light is deep, and you could feel the original spark of the very first moment when you were created as the soul that you are. You can feel and sense and experience the infinite love of Source, consciousness, all that is, holding you and birthing you, the original spark of light being created from Source. That happened thousands of years ago, thousands of lifetimes ago, but also right now. Right now. And as you feel the spark of light that you are, becoming the individual expression of consciousness as you are flying through many different lifetimes and experiences, accessing the your Akashic records, many different lifetimes, many different experiences. You are feeling and understanding and knowing and understanding your soul, understanding in the most deepest way. All of it. And then bringing awareness all the way back to Source. Coming all the way back to the moment before the moment where the spark of your soul light was created, where you are infinite being. There is no thought or experience, there just is awareness, beingness. You are home. And this home is always here. You've never left it. Never. You're just imagining and creating through your mind different experiences. And home is always holding you and loving you. Home is the fullness of you, and you are playing inside, creating and expanding. And you come back into that spark of light of creation of your soul. And you whiz through the sky, through the universe, feeling so free and light, truly knowing the depth of your spirit as it enters back into your physical body, in through the top of your head, landing back into every single cell of your physical body, lighting up every cell, that you feel fully embodied, going all the way down to your feet. And you bring all awareness to your feet, and you can feel that you have roots. And these roots from the soles of your feet are so deeply connected to Mother Earth, who is the mother of all mothers. Your roots go all the way into her heart. And your heartbeat and Mother Earth's heartbeat are now connecting. And you feel nourished and held and supported and grounded and centered, that you are the light, the infinite light embodied. You are home in your body, in the universe, and supported by Mother Earth. You are you.
Yes, exactly. So the last component of what we want to convey is exactly this, that this is a key component as you're in this time of great remembering and you're moving into this time of truly being what you call new earth, this wave of creation that you are in this next phase is really not something so much that's to be analyzed in the mind. It's just this beingness. So we're so happy to have this opportunity, and of course there'll be more opportunities to support you to feel, embody this activating of the original light codes that are you and that are existence, because it's those original light codes of existence that really, you could say, do the doing or be the being. That's the only thing that in a sense really matters, is that as this time of great remembering continues and moves on, all that is created that you are conceiving of as new earth, really the ultimate starting place is this original codes of light, the original codes of what existence is. And so that's not something, like Natalie was saying, that's not something really that can be analyzed in the brain so much. It's a felt experience. It's an experience, not a thought so much. Um, so we invite you to really just let this settle in, to just be this. And over time, we'll be supporting you in more and more ways to let this beingness of the original codes of what light is, what existence is, to lead the way to be the creation of life as you. Natalie, any other further things before we close?
And so it is. Absolute surrender into the deep knowing. And so it is.
So it is. Amen.
The Arcturians are here.
Mm.
And they are smiling and beaming us their light. You may even see a deep blue indigo light through your inner eye. They will speak through me. It is now, beautiful beings. It is now that you are being so infinitely blessed with light, with support, because of this readiness energy, because of this openness that you are all holding. We have a key to support you. Instead of thinking that the new earth is coming or that ascension is going to happen, start to realize how profoundly it is happening now. It is now. Time, as you understand it, time only exists when there is thought. When you have a thought about a plan about the future, time exists. If there is no thought, there is no time. And so, it is like everything is existing all at once, like a layered cake. The new earth that you're starting to feel and that you believe in is not in the future, but it is here. Everything exists in the present moment and you have access to it. Yes, it does exist in a higher dimensional frequency. And so all the work you've been doing of opening to receive light codes and dissolving shadows and meditating and doing all the parts that have been called for you to do are working so that you are vibrating at a higher dimension, which is magnetizing in that which already exists here and now. What this is also doing is it's stirring up the pot. And at the bottom of the pot, there is residue. And so some who aren't quite ready for such light may be feeling agitated, or their mind may be uncomfortable, or their emotions are uncomfortable. This is a good thing. The pot needs to be stirred, the energies need to be moved to make it the most perfect taste and flavor so that you receive everything in that first sip. And so those who are feeling uncomfortable emotions or mental agitations, and where you also are seeing it globally in your outside world, to know that it is always divine perfection. Know that destiny is unfolding right here, right now. Your soul plan is unfolding right here, right now, exactly as it's meant. And so is life. It is divine perfection. And that which is being stirred up is ready to come up to the surface and be cleared out. So that which is in the pot, as it boils up, as the stuff that's been hidden at the bottom, that sediment boils up and then is released with the smoke, with the fumes, with the steam, releases out and is cleared by the wind, leaving the purest liquid in the pot for you to drink from. It is all divine perfection, clearing habits and patterns that have been dormant or hidden, or so well hidden because you've been identifying yourself with them, thinking that you are those thoughts, thinking that you are the character. You are so much more than that which you are experiencing yourself as. Knowing that all is in divine perfection and unfolding exactly as it's meant will help you to relax and trust deeper and surrender and know that you're always held and supported. If your mind ever worries about how you behaved in the past or what you did or how things have unfolded in the past, invite it back into the present and know that everything unfolds exactly as it's meant. So that you can live in the present moment. And if you realize how much light and energy you pour towards your mind, how much energy your mind uses, and when you gently retract awareness from your mind and bring it back into your body, because your body is the portal to presence. Your body only vibrates in the present moment. It's the greatest portal into accessing more of the light that you are, because everything exists here in the present moment. And so as you retract awareness from the distraction of the mind and bring it back into your body, all of that energy and light that was focused on the mind is then brought back into your body. And as all that energy is brought back into your body, you'll feel more alive than you've ever felt. You'll feel so much energy in your body. This is life living. This is the fullness of you feeling alive. And you will start activating all of your senses to smell, taste, hear, feel, experience deeper and deeper into the higher dimensions that are also here in this present moment. It is all here. It does not need to be found outside of this moment. It is here. And you are here. We can feel your presence deeply tuned into this moment. And we honor you for tuning in so powerfully and deeply. And we beam you the infinite light and love.
Yeah. Does that feel complete?
Yes. The Arcturians are here, but no longer channeling through me.
Beautiful.
One message that's coming through from the angels is that because this is such a powerful session, for people just to be very gentle, and not to go too much into the doing, but rather to give themselves a hug and
Mhm.
drink water and um, rest and relax and take it easy is the
Mm,
feeling, because give yourself space and time to integrate this, and uh, basically don't push yourself into taking action, but rather rest in an integrative state, because this was very powerful.
mm, yeah. And I feel like there's things I could say, but I don't really want to have to take us into a headspace, right? So
Mm, yeah.
yeah, I feel like I would like to say for people is there's in the next month I'm going to be having a conversation with Julia Balaz, and to be continued. There's a whole subject that Julia and I have been talking about, and that you and I were talking about before we started recording, with this asteroid that Julia has been researching, doing really beautiful research. It's called Hyperborea. And so more to come on that. Um, but I just say that today, I just looked it up, and today, precisely, Hyperborea, the asteroid, is conjunct Venus, and 3I Atlas is on its way to its closest pass to Venus right now. And it'll be there next Monday, November 3rd, right? So 2025. So that's really fascinating because long story short, Hyperborea has seems to have a connection to this light grid of existence, and our us being like, bearers of that and keepers of that. Yeah, so more I feel like more to come maybe in this conversation I'm going to have with Julia. And yeah, but if anybody's curious, you can look up that asteroid. And yeah, lots more that I won't take us into our brains with that right this second, but that's been very alive in this conversation, I think. Yeah.
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 Yeah. It feels so important. I'm so glad I had gone so deep that I forgot that we had that conversation, and that it's important that people know about this, because
Mm.
um it's activating the grid and activating the heart.
Beautiful. Yeah. Is there anything else you feel called to say or talk about before? I don't know. This is just so much, and just what came through in the channeling. It's like it's this tricky balance act of
Yeah.
yeah, just letting people just be with it. But I
Yeah.
also want to give space if there's more that you want to say, or that yeah.
I'm just gonna feel into it. I'm getting the symbol of it's complete, that like the energies everyone's integrating right now. So this is good that we're having a bit of like human conversation, because this is then helping people to land back gently into this the body and the physical realm, and just take a moment to look around your room and to feel your own body, and yeah, to feel like you're coming back into this incredible human body that you get to experience this life through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which actually is so related to Venus, right? Too. And that we're going to be having next week that pass with 3I Atlas with Venus and Hyperborea, the asteroid, and the full moon 2 days later in Taurus, which has to do with the body and Earth. And then 2 days after the full moon, Uranus is moving back into Taurus. So this Venusian Taurus energy is so strong today, next week. Yeah, so coming back, really letting it integrate in our body, and those light codes, those original light codes, um, as Earth, as our body, that's what we're made of. So this, being new Earth doesn't mean we like dissociate and become light over there. It's new Earth. So we are Earth as we are, yeah, as we are light. Yeah.
Yeah, it's embodying it. And I feel like we've been scared of the amount of light we can hold, because when it comes through strong, it can feel a lot. So it could feel like you've been hit by lightning, or that
Mm.
many people in my community, they write to me and they're like, Natalie, like the pressure in my head, or the dizziness, or I feel nauseous, or I feel like panic or anxiety. Is this all normal? Is this all part of it? I'm like, yes, it is. And it's only when we like judge it in the mind, or like we give it a name, we're like, oh, that's anxiety. But actually anxiety is excess. It's a lot of energy running in the system. And the more we get comfortable with like feeling the energy in our body, the more what happens is we get these light codes and we get used to them. And then once we've got used to them, we kind of like it's not a plateau as such, it's more like an integration. And then there'll be another stream of light codes whenever we're ready. We'll never receive something that we're not ready for, ever. So if you're having strong experience of energy and profound expansions, and your mind goes, oh no, it feels too much, it's never too much. Your soul's in charge. You're always ready for it, and you can handle it. And so just allowing yourself to be with it, and then you'll have an integration. And then sometimes people write to me and they say, but now I feel like it's gone, or I'm not experiencing what other people are experiencing. It's important not to compare to other people, because um, consciousness, oneness, the universe wants to have trillions of unique experiences. It doesn't want to have the same experience twice. So,
Thank you.
yeah. So never ever are we meant to have the same as anyone else on this earth. Not
Mhm.
even one of us to have it as the same as another. And so just honoring, like, wow, this is me being the fullness of consciousness, God, the universe, experiencing my own unique way, and just noticing, because it will come through the different senses. Like sometimes people will see eyes open or closed, or some people will hear, some people will feel, smell, um taste. Have I left one out? Hear, see,
Uh,
smell,
my
taste,
brain's
touch.
not
No, I
turned
think
on
I
right
got,
now.
I think I got them. And so, uh, and then there's like the deep inner knowing, and then there's even more than the five senses. Like we're so sensory, and the more our senses get turned on, the more we experience. And so, um, like what the Arcturians were saying about that, it's you're gonna experience your senses in deeper ways. Like maybe you've understood how intuition is to a level, but what's happening is that level is gonna get deeper and deeper and deeper. It's ever unfolding. And so what happens with the mind is it goes, oh, it wants to catch up and kind of interpret and understand what you're going through, and that's beautiful. And like it, give it a chance to do that. Um, but it might not fully grasp it, and that's also okay. It's like leaving the mystery to stay a mystery is also a part of this, and being good with the unknown, and is beautiful. So yeah, the feeling is that um being with what is important. Allowing is the vibration of love,
Mm.
and um, honoring how you're experiencing life on earth, and recognizing that that in itself is already completing life purpose. Because so consciousness, having an experience as you, means completion of life purpose. That's it. You're already the creation of consciousness in a body. That's it. Your purpose is complete, fulfilled. That's it. And so anything else that you do from there is mind made. It could be a higher frequency, which is soul. It could be lower frequency, which is ego or lower mind. It's and so when you have a desire to create something like I don't know, a piece of artwork or a meal or a podcast, or that's coming from your soul. And then when you have like pushing from like the lower mind saying, well, if you don't do this, then this is going to happen to you, like that. Then that's the lower mind. And so they're both mind based, and they're all part of the expression and the experience, and they're all wonderful, they're all learning, they're all growing. But to know that no matter how it all unfolds, you are already whole and already completing life purpose just by being you.
Hmm. Wonderful. Yeah, I'll just add one thing in terms of the anxiety thing, because I mentioned to you before we started recording, and the last for me personally, since the solar eclipse, which was September 21st, I've had now like I think 3 waves of this anxiety in my body with no real explanation. There's no, like, my mind will decide, oh, I'm worried about this random thing, that may or may not actually have reality to it. But I'll fix it. My mind fixates on this one thing, and then my body is feeling anxiety that I can't, even that explanation doesn't really explain the anxiety moving in my body. But I love feeling this idea of, okay, that anxiety is energy. And if I switch from trying to analyze it with my mind or figure out why I might be anxious or whether or not the thing I'm quote unquote, worried about is real or not real, or should I be worried about it or not, if I switch into a mode of, okay, this is energy trying to move, right? And I just drop into my body and then allow the energy to move. And I would say for me, for sure, it's it there is so much energy. My life is changing very, very quickly. Things are expanding in my life and my body and my work, and um yeah, so I can think of reasons why there might be extra energy moving in my body, but for anybody, all of us, right? I think there's just so much going on cosmically, energetically, that yeah, I love that idea, just to let it be energy, and let the energy itself even have its own wisdom, and just see how does it want to move without a story, without trying to give it explanation. um that's really honestly very relieving and helpful to me. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because when you allow an energy wave to just be an energy wave, without the mind getting involved, it can move through our system in 90 seconds.
Ah,
It's
yeah.
only when we attach mind to it, like, oh, we're trying to understand it, or whatever, however we are attaching mind to it, that it then stays longer in our system. And
Mhm.
so, yeah, just seeing it as energy moving through, and and then there's also something else coming through about the wave. Well, now that's gone out of my mind, because that's what happens. It comes and it goes, just like a thought. Yeah, so it's powerful. It's powerful because um you're allowing what is, and you're not keeping it or storing it, and so it moves through and you feel so free.
Mm.
Yeah,
And also not to fight it. I think that's another key component for me. Yeah.
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 Because that's our programming. We either go to resist it, fight it because it feels uncomfortable, or we attach to it,
Mhm.
and then make more stories around it.
Yeah.
And by trying to understand what it is and all of that. Sometimes what anxiety is first there'll be a contraction, which is often a fear, and then anxiety is a counterbalance. So contraction is cool and cold.
Mm.
And then anxiety is warm and hot. It's bringing a lot of energy through the system. So
Wow.
it's actually nature doing a counterbalance. So if we keep out of it and stop getting involved, it'll just come back to harmony by itself. Nature, our body, it's so intelligent. It's just interesting because it's like this. Say you've got a pond of water and you have one thought, and it's a fear thought, and it creates a ripple. So that ripple happens, it's at first a contraction and then followed by um, extra energy we call anxiety. And then we go stick our hand in to that pond how many more ripples are we creating? If we had just let
Wow.
that one ripple do its thing, it
Mhm.
would have come to its balance. It would have counterbalanced by itself.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you to me personally, and I'm sure many, many other people. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wonderful. Um, Great. Well, yeah, this feels complete to me, but is there any other
Yeah,
last thing?
it feels complete. It really does. It feels good.
Wonderful. So would you like to share with everybody, anybody who doesn't know you, you have your own YouTube channel, very active. You have your own very active community. You have a website. Do you want to tell people about what you do, your membership, your anything you want to say? Um,
Yeah, what's coming through? So there's three places. If you're in resonance with me and you would like to connect, there's three places. The one is my website. It's natalienamaste.com, and it's on the very first page. There's a meditation that can really offer a lot of support. And just spend a bit of time on the website. There's under my articles, there's resources, and you'll feel the energy.
mm,
And then there's my Instagram, which is Natalie Namaste with an underscore at the end, and that's more to help us with being a soul, having a human experience, like some of the mental, emotional things I've shared today, some powerful tools to navigate things like anxiety or stress or things like that. And then and my YouTube is it's Natalie Namaste Healer, and that's where I channel the Arcturians and the angels, and people can write questions to me, and I'll channel answers, and it's a very loving community, so you'll actually feel held by the other community members. Um,
mm,
it's oh such a loving space,
mm,
and I do like energy updates and support so that you feel held in this world and don't feel alone.
mm.
Um, and I feel like if you find me there in YouTube, then from there you'll find, because I offer so many things, and I feel like you'll find more about what I'm sharing with the world through these different places. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, sounds very similar to my community and similar feeling, right? This very supportive, loving, like wow, people.
Yeah.
Yes, so yeah, I have a feeling people who resonate over here will resonate over here, and then probably more and more and more will just come together. And yeah.
Yes, and I really want to have you, Martha, into my group on the 11th of
Mm,
January. I do this every 11th because it's the oneness energy. I do a group session where hundreds of people from around the world come and join, and yeah, I feel like you're going to be such a treat for all of us to
oh,
experience me and you coming together.
yeah, well, I will be there. I would love that. Definitely.
Yeah.
Um, Great. Wonderful. Okay. So yes. Uh any other last thing want to add in? Is that it?
Just, yeah, just really feeling so much love for everyone here. And thank you for being a part of our communities, because together we're making such a beautiful golden ripple of light
Yeah.
in our world. So
Yeah,
thank you.
exactly. Your grid and my grid and Kelly Kaladny and David Clements and Pam Gregory and Lee Harris, all everybody is we're all everyone. We're all finding each other and just lighting up the world. That's what we're all here to be doing. All of you watching, all of you being part of this, that's literally it, right? That's it.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah,
we're here. Yeah.
yeah.
Amazing. Yes, well, everybody, certainly please share with us what has come alive for you in this conversation. And obviously, please go and find Natalie's community and beautiful things happening. Um, and yeah, we'll see you all soon. Thank you so, so much for being here.
Namaste.
Namaste.